inside Jackie Kennedy's White House bedroom and dressing room. Jacqueline Kennedy, the elegant and cultured First Lady of the United States from 1961 to 1963, brought a unique flair to the White House when she moved in with her husband, President John F. Kennedy. Renowned for her impeccable style and taste, she undertook a significant renovation and redecoration project to restore the White House to its former glory and make it a showcase of American art and history. Upon moving into the White House in January 1961, Jacqueline Kennedy quickly recognized the need to revitalize its interiors. She was dismayed by the lack of historical authenticity and somewhat bland decor. Wanting to imbue the residents with a sense of history and culture, she embarked on what would become one of the most ambitious restoration projects in White House history. To accomplish this, she assembled a team of experts, including interior designers, historians, and curators. With her guidance, they meticulously researched each room's original design and historical significance, aiming to preserve and recreate its original style, while also incorporating elements of American art and craftsmanship. One of Jacqueline Kennedy's most notable contributions was the creation of the White House Historical Association, which played a crucial role in funding the restoration efforts and acquiring historically significant furnishings and artwork. Her efforts resulted in the restoration of many rooms to their original 19th century splendor, including the famous Blue Room, Red Room, and Green Room. She also oversaw the creation of the Diplomatic Reception Room, which became a showcase for American decorative arts. Her personal bedroom in the White House was a space that reflected her sophisticated taste and refined sensibilities. Situated on the second floor, her bedroom was not only a private retreat, but also a space where she could express her own sense of style and comfort. Jacqueline approached the decoration of her room with careful consideration. She enlisted the help of interior designer Sister Parrish to create a space that was both elegant and inviting. Mamie and Ike's White House bedroom suite was photographed in 1960. The headboard ended up being used later on by Gerald and Betty Ford. Jackie took one look at the room and ended up completely transforming the space from a gaudy, tasteless one to one of refinement. Jackie's interior design aesthetic was a harmonious blend of elegance and comfort. She appreciated the finer things in life, yet her style was notably eclectic and inviting. Her desire was to create not just a house, but a true home, and this extended to her living quarters within the White House. Every piece of furniture and decor in Jackie's space held personal significance, reflecting her individual tastes and cherished memories. Many of these items had journeyed with her from previous residences, starting from her days in Georgetown and culminating in her final home at 1040 Fifth Avenue. With each move, these beloved pieces were reimagined and revitalized, infused with new life and purpose. The color scheme of Jacqueline Kennedy's bedroom was serene and calming, with soft shades of blue and white dominating the decor. Painters ended up having to repaint the bedroom several times before Jackie was happy with the shade of cream. No more Mamie pink. She wished for her bedroom to be of slight resemblance to her Georgetown home, requesting that even the curtains be copied. The fabric of her curtains, a light blue and cream silk with flower detail, also covered the headboard. She had 2 twin beds pushed together under a single canopy, and she requested that her bed linens be changed twice daily. Beside her bed were 2 matching wooden Empire-style end tables, with the drawers turned facing the bed itself. On either table were a matching set of ceramic lamps along with small essentials, a glass for water, and a pitcher on each table. A cup with pens and pencils, a phone, family photos, ceramic dishes, and a wooden trinket box. Above the bedside tables are sketches in gilt frames grouped in threes. At the foot of her bed is a long, antique bench with floral fabric, and on the bench are stacks of important books and magazines. Before Stephen Boudin rearranged some of the furnishings in the room, in the corner next to the window was a child-size antique screen and a carved wooden white table, which Jackie displayed a set of vanity articles and candlesticks. After his commissioning, the corner was occupied by a skirted table, once housed near the fireplace. On it was a porcelain lamp and the previous vanity articles, along with a plethora of photographs. Between the two windows is a large Louis XV style painted and parcel gilt mirror, carved with floral garlands. It had a total height of 6 feet by 33 inches. Beneath it is an Italian neoclassical fruitwood bulliot table. The table has a circular gray molted marble top and is raised on square tapered legs fitted with casters, and comes to a height of 28.5 inches. On top of the table are 2 large photographs, one of which is Jackie with her sister Lee. As well on the table is a large piece of Chinese porcelain. As Boudin was designing, he placed a pair of Italian neoclassical style blue and white painted armchairs on either side of the table, each with a horseshoe-shaped backrest. These armchairs were previously at Jackie's house in Georgetown. Under the window, to the left, is an American 19th century Empire-style mahogany stool with a woven silk drop-in seat. The stool was positioned under the window for Caroline to climb onto the window seat. And beside the window, on the next wall, is a small painting with a gilt frame. Jackie's bedroom was large enough to create a living space. Pieces of furniture were grounded by a floral antique rug and centered around the fireplace. When Sister Parrish designed the space, the cream-covered sofa's back was to the window, and beside it were 2 small tables, a brass one and a Louis XVI-style mahogany one, with an octagonal top and a wooden gallery hinged at the front. Next to it was a white and blue upholstered chair. Across from these furniture pieces were a set of yellow upholstered chairs, and between them the skirted table talked about previously, with many photographs and treasured objects, including a pair of continental cream-colored earthenware miniature orange tubs from the late 19th century. In Boudin's design, he moved the sofa to face the windows and placed the mahogany table and brass table at either end of it, as well as a wooden desk behind it, ornamenting it with 2 white ceramic lamps. He also added a white skirted chair and a wooden rocking chair used by JFK. Jackie had stated, "A rocker is a rocker, and there isn't much you can do to make it look like anything else." On the mantel were a pair of Louis XVI style ormolu-mounted white marble small candlesticks, each with a circular leaf-cast candle nozzle. They came to a height of about 6 inches. On the mantel as well were a few small paintings, like this one, from a French school in the 19th century, known as a park view on oil, as well as a continental school from the 18th century, known as a hunt servant with hooded hawks on a portable perch. The mantel was complete with 2 Chinese porcelain jars and a bust of a child. Above the mantel were a few more works of art, including The Study of a Snow Owl by Peter Papillon from 1755, as well as, on the ends, circa 1800 caricatures of men and women, all done in pen and black ink over black chalk. On this wall as well was a beautiful tall boy French cabinet and many other works of art along the walls. Jackie's dressing room was a quaint room where she could repose and get ready for the day. This room, like her bedroom, was originally decorated by Sister Parrish. In her design, the room had cream walls and was covered by a large carpet. There was a chaise lounge covered in a floral pattern, and on her mantel were a pair of French-painted hard-paste porcelain 3-light candelabras that came to a height of 10 inches. These were bought through Mrs. Henry Parrish II in 1958. On the mantel as well were ceramic birds and plates. Above was a large mirror, and on the wall next to the door, a long table filled with some of her favorite photographs. There was a lamp and a French hand-colored engraving from 1840. On the coffee table, we see flowers and books. Her wardrobe was long and extended the full length of the wall, wrapping around to the window. At this time, the doors were cream color. In the middle of the room was a French-painted paper 4-panel screen from the early 19th century, decorated on one side with stylized figures and pavilions, and ribbon-tied baskets of flowers with marbleized panels, and the reverse with sprays of flowers and leaves. This came to a height of 6'2". Jackie was inspired by the colors in the screen, and when she commissioned Stephan Boudin to inject the space with Parisian flair, the walls became a shade of baby blue, the curtains changed, and the chaise lounge was covered in blue silk as well. For a while, Jackie used her white wooden vanity to get ready, but soon traded it for a Venetian-style one and put up a large Louis XVI gilt-style mirror above it. Beside the vanity was an early Victorian mother-of-pearl inset papier-mâché dressing table, circa 1845. The shaped rectangular top painted and mother-of-pearl inlaid with pagodas and figures in a landscape. The interior, with a well, conforming frieze and raised on 4 scrolled legs, was joined by serpentine-sided platform stretchers. Along the walls, Jackie hung many treasured engravings, as well as more photos. Beside her mirror are many works of art, including French interior and window drapery designs, a mantelpiece and canopied bed, circa 1850, as well as French interior and window drapery designs. These were 2 hand-colored engravings from 1840. On her mantel is a Louis XV ormolu bronze mantel clock, and was made towards the 3rd quarter of the 18th century. When it came to her wardrobe, Jackie wanted something whimsical and interesting. So together, Jackie and French designer Boudin commissioned French artist Pierre-Marie Rudel to create painted trompe-l'oeil doors on her wardrobe. The only direction they gave to Rudel were to recreate some of the photographs they provided him, telling him they were Jackie's favorite things. As we wrap up our tour of her private quarters, we can also take a look at the bathroom. Overall, Jackie Kennedy's bedroom and dressing room was a reflection of her unique personality and refinement. The furnishings in her rooms were a blend of antique and contemporary pieces, chosen for their beauty and functionality. The rooms were spaces of beauty and tranquility, where she could retreat from the demands of public life and find solace. Thank you so much for watching this video as we took a closer look inside Jackie Kennedy's bedroom, dressing room, and bathroom at the White House. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below telling me if you preferred her interiors with Stephan Boudin's design or with Sister Parrish's. And be sure to check out our weekly newsletter and Patreon, located in the description. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.